welcome back. Welcome to a new class, to class number 8. Yes, we're progressing. All right, camera number 1, okay? All right, shall I start now? Shall I start now? ¿Empiezo ahora? Yeah, ¿empiezo? O no? O espero. Shall I start? Or shall I wait? What do you suggest? It's a bit hot in this room. Shall I open the window? Esto lo vamos a ver hoy, usando shall para sugerencias. Lo he dicho un poquito hace 1 o 2 clases, pero volvemos a verlo hoy a tope. But first, let's practice past and future and perhaps the present tense. Do you watch this program every day? Did you watch it yesterday? Will you watch it tomorrow? Did you go to Barcelona last week? Will you go to Barcelona next week? Do you go to Barcelona every week? Does the Queen of Spain go to Mass every day? Ir a misa. En inglés, misa es más, como masa. M-A-S-S, Mass. Does the Queen of Spain go to Mass every day? Probably she doesn't. Did she go to Mass last week? Probably she did once. Will she go to Mass next week? Probably she will, but I don't know. Does the President of the United States go to Mass often? No, he doesn't. Why doesn't he go to Mass often? Because he's not Catholic. Fijaos la pronunciación de católico. Caf, como Cathy, Catholic. Se escribe Catholic, pero se pronuncia, la O casi no se dice o no se dice en absoluto. Catholic. 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 The President of the United States is not Catholic. He's not Catholic. He's not Catholic, so he doesn't go to Mass. He didn't go to Mass last week, and he won't go to Mass next week. And do you think the President of Spain will go to Mass next week? I don't think he will. I don't think he will. As far as I know, he's not a practicing Catholic. As far as I know. But I'm not completely sure. I'm not 100% sure. And will Norway join the European Union in the near future? Norway isn't a member of the European Union. It's not. It's not a member of the European Union. Now, will Norway join the European Union in the near future? As far as I know, it won't. It will prefer to stay outside of the European Union. And will Russia join the European Union in the future? As far as I know, it won't. It won't. It won't. And will the president of Argentina lose the next elections? Maybe she will, and maybe she won't. It depends. It depends. ¿Cómo? It depends. Es que no entiendo. ¿Qué estás diciendo? It depends. ¿Eso qué es? What does it depends mean? It depends. Ah, depende, no? Yes, it depends. We'll repeat the question. Will the president of Argentina lose the next elections? It depends. Ah, it depends. What does it depend on? What does it depend on? It depends on the future economic and social situation in Argentina. It depends basically on the economy. It depends on the economy. It depends, and it depends on the quality of the other candidate. It depends on the quality of the opponent candidate, the opposing candidate. It depends. It depends. And will the King of Spain continue to be the king in the next 30 years? I don't think he will. I don't think he will. You don't think he will? The current King of Spain, the present King of Spain, el actual rey de España. Puedo decir current, de corriente, current, escrito current, or present, de presente, present. Pero lo que no puedo decir es actual. Actual en inglés significa real, no significa actual. The current King of Spain Could you repeat the question, please? Could you repeat the question, please? Yes. Will the current king of Spain continue as king for the next 30 years? Will he be? Will he be? Will he be? Will he? Will he? De corrido decimos Willie. Will he be the king of Spain in the next 30 years? I don't think he will. I don't think he will. How old will he be in 30 years' time? In 30 years' time, how old will he be? I don't know. Well, how old is he now? I don't know. Is he 71, 72? I don't know. So in 30 years, he'll be 100 or 102. I don't think he'll be the king. I don't think he'll be alive. As far as I know, he's about 72. So I don't think he'll be alive. His son will be the king of Spain. And are you sure his son will be the king of Spain? Well, if nothing happens to him, if he doesn't die or have an accident, he'll be the king of Spain. And who will be the king of the United States in 5 years? What? Who will be, contrary, who will be the king of the United States in 5 years? Nobody, because the United States doesn't have a king. It's a republic. Who will be the president of the United States in 5 years? I don't know. Maybe the current president, but maybe not. And who will be the Pope in 15 years? Who will be the Pope? The Pope. I don't understand. How do you say Pope in Spanish? How do you say Pope in Spanish? El Papa. What's the question? Yes, who will be the Pope in 15 years? I don't know. Well, will the current Pope be the Pope in 15 years? I doubt it. I don't think he will. I don't think he'll live for 15 years, for another 15 years. Well, then who will be the Pope? I have no idea. I have no idea who the Pope will be in 15 years. But I'm sure it will be a cardinal, a current cardinal. Okay, cardinal. A current cardinal will be the Pope in 15 years. And who will be the English teacher on this program tomorrow? I will. I probably will. If I don't have an accident or fall dead, I'll be the teacher tomorrow with some other helpers, other teachers. I'll be the teacher tomorrow, and you'll be my favorite student. Ahora otro de sus profesores. Y enseguida vuelvo.
Thank you, Richard, and hello to you. Hi, I'm Kyle, and I'm here today with Marta. How are you, Marta?
Fine, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. And here we are in the review of Class 7. So we have about 3 minutes to review the first half, and then 3 minutes to review the second half. So we can't waste time, Marta. We have to get going, right?
Okay.
Let's practice with the verb to fall in the past. Today I fall, yesterday I
Fell.
fell. Okay, so we're going to practice with fall over. To fall over. Look at this. If I drop it, it's going to fall over.
Okay.
To fall over, right? It fell over. To fall over. So fall over and then to fall down. To fall down to the ground. Okay? So I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to say yes every time. Affirmative, okay? So did you fall over yesterday?
Yes, I fell over yesterday.
Okay. At home, out loud, en voz alta, did you fall over yesterday? Yes, I fell over yesterday. Okay. Did you fall over on the bus? Did you fall over on the bus? Unfortunately. Did you fall over on the bus?
Yes, I fell over on the bus.
Did you fall over a lot when you were young?
Yes, I fell over.
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 I fell over.
Over.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't remember.
Did you fall over a lot when you were when you were young?
Yes, I fell over a lot when I was young.
When you were young, okay. Did you fall over in the street?
Yes, I fell over in the street.
Okay. Did you fall over in the street? Yes, I fell over in the street. Did you fall down the stairs? Did you fall down the stairs? Down the stairs? Did you fall down the stairs? Marta?
Yes, I fell down the stairs.
I fell down this terrible, very painful. I fell down the stairs. I fell down the stairs. Did you fall down the hill?
The hill?
The hill, the colina. Did you
Yes.
fall down the hill, Marta?
Yes, I fell down the hill.
Terrible. You fell down the hill. You fell down the stairs. She fell down the stairs. She fell down the hill. Did you fall down the ladder?
Yes, I fell down the ladder.
The ladder.
Ladder.
The ladder. She fell down the ladder. Okay. Did you fall over in the office? Did you fall over in the office?
Yes, I fell over in the office. In the office. In the office.
Did you fall over in your chair? Did you
Yes.
fall over?
Yes, I fell over in the chair.
Did you fall over in the bar? Did you fall over in the bar late at night?
Yes, I
Saturday
fell over
night?
in the bar.
Sorry?
I fell over in the bar.
Yes, I fell over in the bar. Did you fall over in your house?
Yes, I fell over in the house.
Okay, in my house. Fall over. Fall over and fall down. Down to the ground. Fall over, fall down. Fantastic. Okay, now we can talk about as far as I know. Que yo sepa. As far as I know. So I want you to say, I'm going to tell you what you know. I'm going to tell you what you think. And you're going to give me a sentence with as far as I know. Okay?
Okay.
So you think Canada is cold.
As far as I know, Canada is cold.
Yes. You think trees are tall.
As far as I know, trees are tall.
Yes. You think Sherlock Holmes was smart.
As far as I know, Sherlock Holmes was smart.
Was smart, sure. You think, at home, you think Alberto is American. Alberto Alonso, you think he's American. What can you say out loud? As far as I know, what can you say, Marta?
As far as I know, Alberto Alonso is American.
Yes, he's You know Alberto, right?
Yes.
And
I
as
know.
far as you know, he's American.
He's American.
As far as I know, he's American. China, you think China is very different.
As far as I know, China is very different.
Yes, yes, sure. As far as I know, China is very different. And at home, always out loud. You're doing very well. You're doing very well. I know it. They're doing very well, aren't they?
Yes, yes.
But
yes.
always out loud, okay? En voz alta. As far as you know, I'm a foreigner. Right? As far as you know,
Yes.
you're a foreigner. You think that I'm Canadian.
Yes.
So what can you
As far
say?
as I know, you are Canadian.
Yes, yes. You think Canada has a lot of trees.
As far as I know, Canada has a lot of trees.
As far as she knows, Canada has a lot of trees. You think Eskimos live in igloos.
I'm sorry?
You think Eskimos live in igloos.
Eskimos.
Esquimales.
Eskimos.
You think Eskimos live in igloos.
Yeah, as far as I know, Eskimos live in igloos.
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 As far as I know, Eskimos live in igloos, right? You think baseball is still popular in the United States.
As far as I know, baseball is popular in the United States.
Okay, yes. And your mother thinks you're a television star.
As far as I know, my mother.
Well, as far as she knows, she's right.
Okay, right.
As far as she knows,
As far as she knows, I'm a television star.
yes, yes. She thinks Toledo has good swords.
Yeah. As far as she knows, Toledo has good swords.
Good swords. As far as she knows, Toledo has good swords. As far as you know, I'm Canadian. As far as I know, we're out of time. So I'm going to have to leave you with Richard. Thank you very much. Good job at home. Very good this time. I'll leave you with Richard. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome back. Welcome to another segment. Are you ready? Shall I move to the other camera? Do you want me to move to the other camera? Shall I move now? Or shall I wait for a few minutes? What do you suggest? Shall I change now? Yeah? Okay. Let's change. All right. ¿Nos vamos? Sí, vámonos. Eso se oye mucho en restaurantes, en bares, donde la gente ya se decide entre sí levantar la sesión. Se levanta la sesión y se van. Y uno dice, bueno, nos vamos. En inglés se dice, well, bueno decimos bien en inglés. Well, shall we go? Shall we go? Shall. Shall we go es la forma en inglés de buscar consenso para una decisión. Y de lo hacemos. ¿Lo hacemos ya? Shall we do it now? Bueno, estamos ya en el precipicio todos, al acantilado. ¿Saltamos? ¿Saltamos? Shall we jump? Shall we jump? Es curioso en que en español utilizáis el presente. Bueno, estamos los tres en el borde del precipicio. ¿Saltamos ya? ¿Saltamos? En inglés no se puede usar el presente. Do we jump? No. Se dice, shall we jump? Buscando consenso y acuerdo y ¡boom! Geronimo. Voy a hacer este punto ahora. ¿Lo hago ya? ¿Lo hago? Shall I do it? Shall I start? ¿Empiezo ya? Shall I start? Si yo digo do I start, usando el presente, lo que yo denomino el presente habitual, acciones habituales, si yo digo, ¿lo hago ahora? Do I do it now? Suena muy extraño, suena imposible decir. ¿Me habitúo a hacerlo ahora? Eso es como se traduciría, do I do it now? Hace calor aquí. Abro la ventana. It's hot here. Do I open the window? ¿Me habitúo continuamente a abrir la ventana? Pues no. Shall I open the window in English? It's hot in here. Maria, shall I open the window? Shall I open the window? Let's a breeze, que corra un poco el aire, okay? I'll open the window on this side, and I'll open the window on the other side, and the wind can cross the studio. The problem is there's a lot of traffic outside, so we can't open the window. So every time I say to Maria, Maria, it's hot in here. Abro la ventana. Abrimos la ventana. Shall we open the window? Shall I open the window? She says, no. Impossible, sorry. This is a television studio. You can't open the windows. De hecho, no debería haber. There shouldn't be windows in a television studio. We have 2 windows there and 2 windows over there. 2 windows there and 2 windows over there. And so I can't. Now, ¿le llamamos ya? ¿Le llamamos? Shall we call him? ¿Le llamo? ¿Le llamo yo o quieres llamarle tú? Shall I call him or do you want to call him? ¿Empiezo la clase mañana o prefieres empezarlo tú? Shall I start the class tomorrow or do you prefer to start the class personally? ¿Abro yo la puerta o la prefieres abrir tú? Shall I open the door or do you prefer to open it? ¿Empiezo la charla con una anécdota o ya empiezo entrando en materia? Shall I start the talk with a joke, with an anecdote? Shall I start my speech or my talk with an anecdote? Or shall I go straight into the subject? Shall I go straight into the subject? Siempre shall I or shall we. Es imposible decir shall you, shall he, shall she, shall they, shall us. Okay, no. Shall we and shall I. Y se usa muchísimo. Es un inglés, no digo sofisticado, pero es un inglés de buen nivel. Porque la alternativa igualmente buena es do you want me? ¿Quieres que abra la ventana? Do you want me to open the window? Pero la expresión shall I open the window, estoy sugiriendo un servicio de mi parte y estoy buscando tu acuerdo o consenso en que está bien que alguien abra la ventana y que sea en este caso yo. ¿Okay? Ahora, si digo do you want me, estoy dando a entender que él o tú quieres que yo lo abra, pero yo necesariamente no quiero. Pero si compartimos, digo shall. Shall I open the window? Shall I open the door? Shall I start now? Shall I call him after class? What do you suggest? What do you suggest? Shall I use camera 1 during the most of the session, or shall I use camera 3? Shall I change the cup to a different color or a different type of cup? Or shall I continue with this? ¿Continúo con este? ¿Qué sugieres? Shall I continue with this cup? Or do you recommend I change to a different cup? All right. And shall I speak more slowly? Or do you think it's good the speed I'm speaking at now? All right. Am I speaking too quickly for you? Am I speaking too slowly for you? Okay. Don't worry if I'm speaking too slowly. The idea is to caress the English language. When I speak, I'm trying to caress the structures of the language, to make the structures sound more beautiful, more attractive, more attainable, más asequibles, more attainable, and to make English more attractive for you. So I caress every word and every structure that comes out of my mouth. Shall I change? Any suggestions? Shall I start to talk more quickly? Shall I start to slur and not speak so much that you can't understand what I'm saying? Esa es la cruda realidad de la vida. Pero aquí eso no es mi objetivo. Mi objetivo es que os guste el inglés, porque luego vais a hacer otras cosas para mejorar el oído. Y además somos 10 profesores en total. Different accents, different speeds of speech. So your ear will improve in this program as well. Now, shall I stop for a few minutes? What do you suggest? Shall we allow? ¿Permitimos que los publicitarios publiciten? Shall we allow the advertisers to advertise? Shall we stop for a few minutes? But after the advertising, shall I come back? ¿Vuelvo después? ¿Qué me sugieres? Shall I come back? Yes? Okay. Very good. So, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, no os vayas muy lejos porque aquí quiero que estéis en muy poco tiempo. Thank you very much. Okay, welcome back. We have 1 minute to say shall. Shall I call him now? Shall I change? Are you tired of this pen? Shall I use a red pen starting tomorrow? What do you suggest? Or shall I hold a pencil when I teach? What do you suggest? What do you suggest? Shall I use a pencil or a pen when I'm teaching? Which do you prefer? Okay. Personally, I prefer a pen. Personally, I prefer pens in general. And if I have to choose between a red pen and a blue pen in this class, I prefer to hold during the class a blue pen. But shall I hold a red pen too? Shall I use 2 pens? What do you suggest? It doesn't matter. But I'll be back in 8 minutes after the next teacher. Thank you.
Gracias, Richard. Yo soy David Waddell y estoy aquí con mi alumna Luca. ¿Qué tal, Luca?
Fine, thank you.
You're very well, yes?
Yes, I am.
Good. Well, today we're going to look at a strange word that doesn't appear to translate into Spanish. It doesn't seem to exist. It's like una palabra fantasma. Shall. Por ejemplo, ¿cómo se dice lo hago?
Shall I do it?
Shall I do it? Not do I do it. Not do I do it. Shall I do it? Yeah? It's a strange word, but we use it a lot, yeah? But only in the first person. The first person plural and the first person singular as well. Today we're only going to look at the singular, so shall I, not shall we, shall I. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a series of sentences and I want you to convert them into questions with shall I. Por ejemplo, abro la ventana. Shall I open the window, for example? Now, for example, you want to call him. What do you say in English?
Shall I call him?
Again?
Shall I call him?
Shall I call him?
Shall I call him?
Very good. Shall I. Las dos palabras, shall y el sujeto I juntos. Shall I call him? Shall I call him? Otra vez.
Shall I call him?
Shall I call him? Más alto.
Shall I?
Grítalo.
Shall I call him?
Más.
Shall I call him?
Muy bien, mejor. Okay, you want to open the window, for example. You want to open the window. So, ¿cómo se dice? Abro la ventana.
Shall I open the window?
Shall I open the window? Shall I open the window? En casa. Shall I open the window? Repítalo. Muy bien, okay. Now, you want to tell him. You want to tell him. So what do you say?
Shall I tell him?
Shall I tell him? Shall I tell him? Una vez más.
Shall I tell him?
Otra vez.
Shall I tell him?
Muy bien, en casa. Shall I tell him? Shall I tell him? Repeat. Shall I tell him? Perfecto. Okay. Now, Luca, you want to book the flight. ¿Qué es book the flight?
Reservar un billete.
Yeah, el vuelo, the flight.
Sí.
Vuelo. Yeah, bien. Okay, so you want to book the flight. What do you say?
Shall I book the flight?
Shall I book the flight? Repeat.
Shall I book the flight?
Más alto.
Shall I book... I get confused. Shall I book the flight?
Muy bien. Okay, en casa. Shall I book the flight? Repeat. Shall I book the flight? Shall I? Shall I? Shall I? Shall I? Shall I? Shall I? Shall I?
Shall I? Shall I? Shall I?
Shall I? Shall I? Suena raro, ¿no?
Shall I?
Shall I? No tiene nada que ver con la escrito,
No.
pero es inglés, es así. Okay, you want to turn off the light. Apagar la luz. You want to turn off the light. What do you say?
Shall I turn off the light?
Shall I turn off the light?
Shall I turn off the light?
Muy bien, con más
You make like
interrogación.
singing. Shall I turn off the light?
Exactamente, dilo otra vez.
Shall I turn off the light?
Cántalo.
Shall I turn off the light?
Good, en casa. Shall I turn off the light? Shall I turn off the light? Muy bien, okay. Now you want to turn on the light, which is encender, claro. So,
Shall I turn on the light?
shall I turn on the light? En casa, shall I turn on the light? Shall I turn on the light? Shall I turn on the light? Repeat.
Shall I turn on the light?
Muy bien, okay. ¿Cómo se dice esto en español?
Apago la luz.
Turn on. Enciendo, ¿no?
Ah, enciendo la luz.
Enciendo la luz. Enciendo la luz. Exactly. We don't say, do I turn on the light? No, eso suena fatal. Shall I turn on the light? Shall I turn on the light? Okay. Now, you want to pay them. Pagarles.
Shall I pay them?
Shall I pay them? Shall I pay them? One more time.
Shall I pay them?
Shall I pay them?
Shall I pay them?
Okay, in casa, you want to pay them. So what do you say? Shall I pay them? Les pago. Les pago. Not do I pay them. Suena muy raro. Shall I? Shall I pay them? Good, okay. You want to keep the receipt. What's a receipt?
Recibo, ¿no?
Recibo, exactly. Yeah, so you want to keep the receipt. So what do you say? What do you ask?
Shall I keep the receipt?
The receipt.
The receipt.
Receipt.
The receipt.
Okay, otra vez.
Shall I keep the receipt?
Shall I keep the receipt? Shall I keep the receipt in casa? You want to keep the receipt. So what do you say? Shall I keep the receipt? Shall I keep the receipt? Guardo
El recibo, el ticket.
Ticket. ¿Por qué no? Yeah, mejor. Okay, you want to print it.
Shall I print it?
Muy bien. Shall I print it in casa? Shall I print it? Repeat. Shall I print it? Muy bien. Okay. Another one. You want to send the letter.
Shall I send the letter?
Shall I send the letter? Otra vez.
Shall I send the letter?
Shh. Shall I send the letter?
Shall I send the letter?
Así. Muy bien. Otra vez.
Shall I send the letter?
Muy bien. Hay dos tipos de S. El SH que es con la lengua flojo, no tocando nada. Con shall. Y el S sola es más silbada, con la lengua tocando los dientes inferiores.
Send.
Send. Shall, flojo. Send, silbado.
So, shall
Yeah.
send.
Send, exactamente.
Send.
So, repítelo otra vez. Shall I send the letter?
Shall I send the letter?
Otra
No.
vez.
Shall I send the letter?
Yeah, con la lengua tocando
Send.
los dientes.
Send.
Shall I send the letter? Una vez más.
Shall I send the letter?
Muy bien, mucho mejor. Okay. Now you want to give him the report.
Shall I give him the report?
Good. One more time.
Shall I give him the report?
Shall I? Shall I? Shall I? Shall I?
Shall I give him the report?
Muy bien, en casa. You want to give him the report? What do you say? Shall I give him the report? Shall I give him the report? ¿Y cómo se traduce esto en español?
¿Le das el...
¿Informe?
Sí.
Algo así.
Iba a
Da
decir-
igual.
Es informe, es informe.
Exactly. Okay, now you want to ask my boss.
Shall I ask your boss?
Shall I ask your boss? Shall I ask your boss? Perfecto. You want to look for it. Búscalo, buscar, to look for. You want to look for it. What do you say?
Shall I look for it?
Muy bien, otra vez.
Shall I look for it?
En casa, en casa. You want to look for it. So what do you say? Shall I look for it? Yes, why not? That's a very good idea. One more. You want to take the bus.
Shall I take the bus?
Shall I take the bus? Coger el autobús. Cojo el autobús. In español, ¿no? Algo así. So, in casa, you want to take the bus. What do you say? Shall I take the bus? Shall I take the bus? Yes, why not? It's a very good idea. It's a good suggestion. One more. You want to photocopy it.
Shall I photocopy it?
Good, perfecto. You want to photocopy it? Shall I photocopy it? Ya está. Muy fácil, ¿no? Os dejo con Richard. Muchas gracias.
Okay, welcome back. Camera number 1. To get on the bus, to get off the bus, to get on, get off, get on, get off, get on, get off, get on, get off. ¿Qué estoy diciendo? To get on and to get off. To get on the bus, to get off the bus. Subir al tren, to get on the train, to get off the train. If you need to go from here to another destination by bus, first you need to go to the bus stop. And then, if the bus isn't there, you need to wait for the bus. And you can wait for the bus sitting sometimes or standing. It's your decision. If there's a bench at the bus stop, bench, es un banco de parque, un banco para sentarse. If there's a bench, you can sit down. If there's room, si hay sitio, you can sit down and wait for the bus. And when the bus comes, then you get up, you walk to the door of the bus driver opens the door, and then, y después, and then, you get on the bus. You get on the bus. We don't say you get in the bus. To get in is meterse en. To get on is subir a, ya sea una plataforma o la plataforma que representa el suelo del autobús, porque tienes que subir un par de peldaños. Entonces es como si fuera una plataforma elevada. You get on the bus. Si dijeras get in the bus, significa que el autobús es tan pequeño que tienes que hacer cierta contorsión corporal para entrar. Se dice to get in the car, porque los coches siempre se contorsiona un poco el cuerpo a la entrada. To get into the car, but to get on the bus. You get on the bus. So, when the bus comes, you stand up. If you're sitting on a bench, you get up, te levantas, and you walk to the curb, el bordillo, and the bus stops. The bus driver opens the door of the bus, or opens the bus door. He opens the door, and you walk up. You get on the bus, and you either pay the bus driver or show the bus driver your pass, or you put a little ticket into a machine that ding ding, and then you go and sit down, or you remain standing. Permanecer de pie. You either sit down if there's an available seat, asiento, escrito seat como el coche. If there's an available seat, you sit down. If there isn't an available seat, you remain standing in the bus. Ahora estás in the bus. And then when the bus stops at your destination, you get off. But when the bus is aproximándose a, when the bus is approaching your destination, you push a little button, ding, that tells, and the button tells the bus driver that you want to get off at the next stop. And the bus driver will stop the bus, open the doors, and you will get off. If the bus stop is in the middle of the route, probably when you get off, some other people are getting on at the same time. You're getting off and other people are getting on. Fijaos, he dicho some other. Alguna otra gente. Some other people. Some other people. Some mother. ¿Cómo se dice madre en inglés? Mother. Some other. Some other people. Some other time. En algún otro momento. Some other time. Some other solution. But if the bus stops for you in the middle of the route, it's very possible, or it's very likely, that some other people are getting on at the same time that you're getting off. And when you get off the bus, then the bus leaves and continues. But you're not on the bus anymore. You're outside on the street. You're not on the bus. To get on and to get off. And a train too. When you go to the train station and you want to catch a train and you want to go somewhere by train, it's essential to get on the train. If you don't get on the train, you miss the train. And some people get on the train just in time. They arrive at the train station. They arrive at the train station 1 minute before the train leaves, and they run to the platform and they jump on the train. Aquí dicho jump on the train en vez de get on the train, porque realmente entran casi saltando al tren, casi en marcha. Okay? They jump on the train, they get on the train. Okay? Now my car, if you get on my car, I'll get angry with you. I'll say, ¿qué haces tú sentado encima de mi coche? To get on my car is en el capó, maletero, o arriba en el techo. To get on my car. And I will say, get off my car, please. Lo vas a arañar. Get off my car. You're going to scratch it. Get off my car. And don't get on my car again. Would you mind getting off my car? And don't get on it again. Ahora sí, entras como pasajeros to get in. To get in. Y repito, get in es entrar en un recinto, sobre todo un coche, haciendo cierta contorsión corporal para hacerlo. O meterse dentro de una caja. Hay contorsionistas que se meten en unas de cristal así. They get in, not to get on. Get on sería subirse encima de la urna y estar de pie. That's to get on. I can get on this table. If I want, me subo a la mesa, I get on the table. And Maria will say, what are you doing? It's in the middle of a recording. What are you doing? I say, I'm getting on the table. Why are you getting on the table? I don't know. Why not? This is an English class. It's not a circus. Don't get on the table. Sit back down and sit at the table. And look at the camera and teach. Don't do silly things like getting on the table in the middle of the class. To get on the table. To get on a car. To get on the bus. But to get into a car or to get in a car. El into, lo decimos muchas veces sin el to. Get in. Get in the car. Get in the car right now. Pues métete en el coche. Súbete al coche. Así, aquí decís súbete al coche. Como si hubiera que subirse. Súbete al coche. Pero en inglés no. Get into, métete en el coche. Entra en el coche. Contorsionándose un poco. Get into the car or get in the car. And get out of the car. Get into, get out of. Y get into y get out of también es meterse en líos, en follones. Me metí un buen lío. I got into a trouble. I got into a mess. And now I need to get out. To get on, to get off. To get into, to get out of. All right? Get on the bus, get on the train, get off the bus, get off the train. Okay. Another teacher, and then I'm back.
Thank you, Richard. My name's David Waddell, and I'm here to teach you more English. In fact, today we're going to look at a very, very interesting phrasal verb. My God, not a phrasal verb. It's not a problem. Phrasal verbs are very, very easy, yeah? I'm here with Luca. Luca is my star student. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Very, very, very quiet. Can you shout,
I'm
yes,
not.
I'm fine?
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so pleased. But before we look at this very, very frightening, scary phrasal verb, we're going to look at some vocabulary. Because every day you have to learn 5 words. You have to. It's part of the rules. Yeah, we have to learn vocabulary every day. Now, the first word I want you to learn today is actually an expression. It's I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. ¿Cómo se dice esto en español? ¿Sabes, Luca?
No me importa.
No me importa, es más fuerte.
Me da igual.
Me da igual o me traes sin cuidado. Me traes sin cuidado, okay? I don't care. The second one is jealous. Jealous. Jealous significa, Luca?
Celoso.
Celoso. Can you say it in English?
Jealous.
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 Con una J inglesa es j. Not ya. J. Jealous.
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 Are you jealous?
Yes, I am.
So am I. Okay. The third word is most. Most. Now, ten cuidado con esto. Most. ¿Qué significa most en español, Luca?
Lo más.
La mayoría de. Most people, for example, is la mayoría de la gente. Most people. Most people. Most. La mayoría de. The fourth word is niece. 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 En casa, niece. Repítelo. Niece. Luca, ¿qué significa niece?
Sobrina.
Sobrina. Fácil, ¿no? Muy fácil.
Yes. Niece.
Niece. Niece. ¿Otra vez?
Niece.
Niece. Tiene que ser larga. Niece, not niece. Niece. Okay. And the last word is resources. 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 Repítalo. Resources. ¿Y qué significa resources, Luca?
Recursos.
Recursos. For example, human resources. Recursos humanos. Human resources. Resources. So let's just recap those 5 words. The first one, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah? Ask me my name.
What's your name?
I don't care. Me traes sin cuidado. Yeah? Or, I don't know, say something like, my name is Luca.
My name is Luca.
I don't care. Me traes sin cuidado. Qué mala leche tengo, ¿no?
Sí.
Oof. Okay, don't worry. The next word, okay, jealous, celoso. Most, la mayoría de. Niece, sobrina. And resources, recursos. So learn them in casa, learn them, okay? You have to learn those 5 words. Because tomorrow, there will be 5 more words. So you have to learn those 5 words today. Very important. Okay, so now the phrasal verb.
I hate phrasal verbs.
Everybody hates phrasal verbs.
I don't know
Everybody.
how to learn them, how to use them. I
Well,
always get confused.
Don't worry. The way to learn a phrasal verb is to treat it like any other verb. Because that's what it is. It's like any other verb. So, the verb today is to get on. To get on, que significa subir, en este caso. Subir, to get on. To get on, and we use it with transport. For example, to get on the bus, to get on the boat, to get on the train, to get on the, I don't know, the plane, for example, to get on. But it's very important to listen to the sound of the phrasal verb, to get on, and repeat it thousands of times. To get on, to get on. And in the past, get becomes got. So, yesterday I got on the train. Yesterday I got on the bus. Last year I got on the plane. Got on, get on. Every day I get on, yesterday I got on. So now, Luca, what I'm going to do is ask you some questions.
Okay.
And I want you to answer them. In the positive, yeah? In the affirmative, yeah? So, for example, did you get on the bus this morning?
Yes, I got on the bus this morning.
Repeat.
Yes, I got on the bus this morning.
Yes, I got on the bus this morning. One more time.
Yes, I got on the bus this morning.
Muy bien. En casa, did you get on the bus this morning? Dije sí. Yes, I got on the bus this morning. Yes, I got on the bus this morning. Yes, I got on the bus this morning. Okay.
It's like if you make one word.
Exactly. It's like
Got
one
on.
word.
Got
Got
on.
on. Got on. Get on. Get on. Got on. Get on the bus. Got on the bus. Get on the plane. Yesterday I got on the plane. It's very fácil. It's muy fácil. Yeah. Get on. Get on.
Okay.
Es como cualquier otro verbo. Yeah. Okay. Now, did you get on the plane last year?
Yes, I got on the plane last year.
Yes, I got on the plane last year. Yeah? Repeat one more time.
Yes, I got on the plane last year.
Got on the plane last year. Very good. Okay. Now, another thing we can get on is, for example, a bicycle. A bicycle. So, did you get on your bicycle yesterday?
Yes, I got on my bicycle yesterday.
And again?
Yes, I got on my bicycle yesterday.
And again?
Yes, I got on my bicycle yesterday.
Yes, I got on my bicycle yesterday. Okay, en casa. Yes, I got on my bicycle yesterday. ¿Y cómo se dice bici?
Bike.
Bike. Muy bien. So, did you get on your bike yesterday?
Yes, I got on my bike yesterday.
Otra vez.
Yes, I got on my bike yesterday.
Y en casa. En casa. I got on my bike yesterday. Did you get on your bike yesterday? Yes. I got on my bike. Got on. Subir. Got on. Get on, got on. Now, ojo, because there is one mode of transport that we don't use get on. Do you know what it is? No? Luca?
No, I don't.
Okay. Coches. We don't say get on the car. We say get into the car. But with all other modes of transport, I think...
Taxi? Taxi, for example?
And the taxi, yeah, you're right.
It's the same,
if it's
no?
a small space, then you get into, yeah? But normally, if you have to go up a little bit, like on a bicycle, or onto a ship, or onto a plane, then we use to get on. Otherwise, for a car or a taxi, get into. Okay? But don't worry. Okay, so, did you get on a boat last year?
Yes, I got on a boat last year.
Okay, very good. One more time.
I got on a boat last year.
I got on a boat last year. In casa, did you get on a boat last year? Yes, I got on a boat last year. Ya estamos sin tiempo. Entonces, I'll pass you with Richard. Thank you very much.
Okay. One more class. Yes, we have finished. We've finished one more class. But we have a lot of classes left. We have a lot of classes in the future to go. We are covering a lot of different material, a lot of concepts. But remember, 30% or 40% of everything we do in this program is review. We are reviewing in the first segment of every class, we often review the material from the class before. And in the last 30% of all the units, all the programs, at every level is basically review. Remember that 30 or 40% of everything when you learn English is review. And we're going to review and review and review to make sure that you don't forget anything and to make sure that you consolidate. That's the idea. Thank you and see you tomorrow.